Just like athletes have various different physical challenges they have to overcome throughout their career, there's also various psychological challenges they have to overcome too. One of the most common mental challenges athletes have to overcome is when they start making mistakes and not performing at their best. When this happens, it causes a shift in their focus, interrupts their flow, and it can knock their confidence. But we're all human, so mistakes are inevitable. For athletes, they need to be able to perform at a high level consistently, which means they have to be able to adapt and bounce back from mistakes into the next moment, next competition, or even their next training session. And this can be highlighted really nicely in the likes of the Euros, Wimbledon, and the Olympics that we've got going on this summer. I'm going to talk through 2 strategies that you can use to help develop a pre-resilience plan to help athletes feel a wee bit more in control and react better when they make mistakes. If we can develop a clear, detailed plan looking at how we're going to react, overcome and adapt to making mistakes, it can help us react more calmly and confidently and stay focused on the task at hand. This stops us feeling less panicked and overwhelmed in the moment. One of them is to use imagery, so visualising the different scenarios that occur during your performance and develop the plan from there. Now, most athletes do use imagery, they just need to take it that one step further. So visualise your performance, yes, but also visualise that mistake. What happens? How do you recover? How do you react and adapt to it? Is there different mistakes that you possibly could make? Is there different reactions that you could have? Try and think through as many different scenarios as you can and having positive reactions to making those mistakes. When we use imagery, it helps to stimulate the neural pathways in our brain, so it also makes our reactions to mistakes feel more familiar and automatic. We can also use self-talk. So self-talk is where we use statements to counter the typical negative thoughts that occur when we start making mistakes. We need to be specific when we talk about self-talk, so write down your negative thoughts first and then develop 3 or 4 statements that are going to help counter them or perhaps prompt a behaviour or an action that you thought about during imagery. Using these statements in the moment then help to refocus our attention or trigger specific behaviours that are positive to make sure that we get the best out of our performance. This helps athletes not to overthink what's happened. They place less focus on an emotional reaction towards the mistake and more focus on their performance